welcome back to the Deeper Dive. It is your host Luke, and today we are going to be covering some very hidden and removed information from Velo's site, as well as some of my thoughts that I have, and some new recent updates in the ecosystem from the AMA today, and let's get right into things. Now, I got to looking on Velo's site because I knew that they had removed some old articles that they had up, and I wanted to go back and find some of those so we could take a look at what they were trying to potentially hide or remove to be not so public. And so looking at this first page here, this one is actually up and we can see it right here, but I thought it was important to take a look at if you haven't seen it already. And we can see how these banks take 2 to 3 days, although with Velo protocol we can make this instantaneous at least within minutes. And we can see how they say others have tried to solve the problem but with limited success. And going up here we can also see how they say, but it is Velo's security assurance that is the real game changer. With the help of the Velo anchor, a transaction can be completed in about 5 seconds, and with Velo tokens acting as collateral exchangeable for any credit used in the network, the transactions are completely devoid of counterparty risk between users. So that is huge. I mean, they're saying they are completely devoid of counterparty risk. So that is great, guys. And I thought that that was worth noting. Moving on to this next post here, this one was taken down. It was Velo's partner spotlight for Lightnet. You can see if I look on the page and we type in Lightnet, we don't have anything. So they did remove this, and I wanted to highlight a few different parts in this. So going down here, we can see that they say they have 7 licenses acquired and 4 upcoming, which this is an old post from a while back. We can see November 28, 2023, although the post must have been made itself much before 2023, so revisions must have been made because they were talking about upcoming and quarter 2 of 2022. We can see that they also say Lightnet has already processed 1 billion transactions with up to 4 times growth through its affiliates. And we know that much more partners have been released now, and we have more to come as well to the public eye that will have a large impact. We also have this list of Lightnet strategic partners here that includes MasterCard, and we see True Money there, which is under Ascend Money, and I've covered them a lot in previous videos. Check them out if you have not. Also drop a like and subscribe for this content because I have been working hard to keep bringing the heat for you guys, and the heat is there. Now we can also see Western Union as well as Bank of Asia and Chainlink, UOB, lots of these names that we already knew, but that MasterCard one, I would like to note that Thingle did post this a while back, and I had forgot that he had made this post, and I probably skimmed over it, although you can see these same partners in a little bit bigger text here. Although what else I would like to highlight on this blog is that we have this Lightnet versus key competitors. Now, who do we have here? We have Ripple, MasterCard, Visa Direct, R3, and Swift. And the way that Lightnet puts it out to be is that their system is the best, okay? Top in the market, is filled out in every single one of their categories. Now, yes, this could be biased because it is posted by Velo and Lightnet themselves. Although native settlement with Ripple needs improvement, and they think that digital assets are reasonable with Ripple. Network interoperability is reasonable, which I have covered. I believe there will be a multi-CBDC system potentially. Integration, reasonable. Costs are needing improvement. So I thought that was interesting to see that they think Lightnet's costs are significantly better, top in the market at least. And overall, Ripple was the only one that was reasonable out of these whole list of competitors. And we can see that they absolutely destroy Swift having multiple sections that need improvement. And so I wanted to share this with you guys. Now we can also see, if we go down here, our traction. So out of Lightnet's 4 billion US dollars of remittance volume in pipeline, at least 10 to 20% would use Velo, implying an annualized ODL, on-demand liquidity, of hundreds of millions of dollars, and soon to be a billion, which would push us to top 5 of actual on-chain remittance transactions. Now that is huge, absolutely crazy to hear from Velo themselves. And like I said, this post is old, so I'd imagine that this could actually be boosted a lot more, especially with what else I'm about to cover, so stay with me here. Going on to this next one, I wanted to highlight how they used to have on their original site, you can see this is from May 19th, 2020 at the top here, that we had a Velo ecosystem post, and this was in their original white paper. Although what I wanted to highlight as well was their lending and their loyalty points, because I will touch more on those. You can see them talk about these digital reserve systems, reputation system, digital credit issuance, and how businesses can utilize these credits to fit their business needs, such as remittance, lending, and we also see how Velo works here with their exchange and trusted partners. So these are worth all seeing. You can see how Lightnet becomes the middleman for money transfer operators and Velo. So where they're issuing their Thai bot and minting on the protocol and distributing amongst MTOs. So that is important to understand, as well as taking a look at this cross-border transfer, how they set this up with Lightnet as the middleman. And then I wanted to point out in this credit network how cash and gift card market size is $1.6 trillion by 2023. So that is quite a lot of money that could be tokenized in terms of gift cards, and loyalty network market size is $9.3 billion by 2024. So those are some very big markets that they are tackling. You can see stablecoins too, which is always worth a mention, but I'm sure many of you know that they're already tackling stablecoins. And you can see how in the collateral for these networks, in order to create credit, the exact same valuation of Velo tokens must be locked up. The larger the credit network, the more amount of Velo token in lockup, hence less supply on the secondary market. And this is where we can see that price impact with less supply and more needing to be locked up for stablecoins, cross-border remittance, the Orbit app, their universe, as well as credit and gift cards, which kind of go hand in hand. And I also just wanted to show more of their site that I was looking through, and this is from November 1st, 2021, of how their site was looking. We can see them talking about loyalty points once again. And here is their list of when they had their funding with Hanwha, UOB, 7bank, Uni-President. This one I can't read in the middle, Signum Capital, Hashkey, DU Capital, and Interstellar. So that was very nice of a page to see, since some of us may have not seen these older Velo sites, and I thought it was worth noting. But in talk with this gift card and loyalty network's market size and how they would need to lock up the same amount or same valuation of Velo tokens. Now, going off of that, if we go on to this original white paper from Velo, we can see how they say both gift cards and loyalty points cannot be cashed out and in most cases have an expiration date. Consumers often do not end up using the card, resulting in a waste for the purchaser, as well as potential lost opportunity for the retailer, as the average gift holder spent 38% beyond the value of the card. Velo ecosystem can address this issue by enabling a digital credit exchange on a secondary market for a gift card and loyalty points that are issued on Velo protocol. This allows consumers to freely trade their unspent points to others who want them, creating a more efficient market for points. Now, imagine as well that it goes past the expiration date, and these points, or points on a gift card, so it would be like cash, but on the back end it's like points. If they have an expiration date through a smart contract, then those points can be automatically rewired back to the retailer since they were expired. So that is how there is more use within these points and how it can bring some real value to retail stores. Now, moving on to this next post, I'd like to show you guys how Lightnet and Velo are building a centralized, decentralized finance ecosystem. And on this post here, I wanted to show you guys how every and Inception are under Velo. So you can see every products will now continue under Velo's umbrella. I thought that was worth noting how they have this little diagram here that shows their on and off ramps as well as the technology. Now, moving on to today's updates from the AMA, we can see that Velo COO here said that Orbit is still under development. For now, I can't disclose the release date yet. However, separate to Orbit, we are launching a digital loyalty points. This is something that got on fast track, and there will be some cool features there for people to use. This new application will likely get launched soon before Orbit. So we have some news and something new coming out rather soon here with loyalty points, like what we were talking about over here in these posts. And yeah, I know you guys are going to be excited for this. I know it will be big for the ecosystem. This was from Chartnerd TA on X as well, so make sure you check him out. He posts good content, and we have more from him from the AMA. Any more banks and financial institutions will collaborate with Velo Labs in the near future? Bond asked. Velo COO, once again, he was the one replying in the AMA. There's a lot of exciting things working that will be public in the coming months. Let's get excited, guys. This is great. As always, I can't talk about it in details until it's public, but I promise it's going to be some big names. That has me absolutely juiced. We have some great things on the way, I'm sure of that. In another reply from him, we can see, talking about the delay of Orbit, in my opinion, it hasn't impacted on other projects. Trading bots are already testing out in closed circle, trading real money of early users. PLG, the gold project, is also running concurrently as well. As for token release, the management wants to communicate that there are no more significant token releases for 2024. Sorban is not yet being explored. Collaboration with projects like Ripple is possible, but there are others that we are actively working with and on. So like I said, they have Ripple sort of outnumbered according to them. So why would they want to work with them? That is a good question. I don't actually know how they would actively work together because they both are promoting their own blockchains, and I don't necessarily see that myself, but I do see them potentially having their own CBDCs and having interoperability that way. But let me know what you guys think about today's video. I wanted to inform you guys about some of these old posts that are now taken down, as well as talk about this loyalty points and gift card market size and how Velo works with that. This is all very exciting stuff, especially with this news that we will have this new application for loyalty points and that we have some big names coming out soon. Let's start to party, guys, because we have been through the storm, been through the lows. We are finally getting to that point where price, we can see some appreciation. And this is not financial advice, but enjoy these cheap prices on Velo while you can. I think we don't have many months before things really start to amp up, so take advantage. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about these loyalty points and these big names. Also, drop a like if you enjoyed, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.